Today we are going to make some slushies out of the Margarita Machine. First thing, when you get to your location, you're going to want to set it on a nice sturdy table. When transporting it, you don't want to put any pressure up on the plastic parts. You're going to be needing 2 people to carry from the bottom, get it to your location. When you plug it into an outlet, you want to make sure it's a dedicated 20 amp outlet, not having anything else connected to it. You want to make sure it's out of direct sunlight, especially in the really warm summer days, because it will take a much longer time to get to that slushy consistency. One thing we want to do once we get to that spot as well, we'll put the drip trays in like this. You'll fit the tube in. These will just click in place. Starting out, you're going to do 1.5 gallons of water, and if you're making margaritas, you do it 1.5 gallons of mix. Today we're just going to do snow cone syrup. This stuff's much thicker concentrate, so we're only going to do 1/2 gallon of syrup. The colder the water you have, the better. You don't want to put any ice cubes or anything like that in there. This will chill down the water to the point where we'll make it into a slushie. Each tank is 3 gallons, so you have a total of 6 gallons of potential material to make. From here, we'll put the lid back on. And we'll turn the main power switch on here, the big green button. And then we'll have the left tank and the right tank when you're facing the machine. So today we'll be using the left tank. You'll turn on the mixing auger first, and then the freeze mode. The freeze mode will delay for a second. The light won't come on, but as it starts doing its cooling process, it will kick on here in the next few minutes. Once you have the machine in its freeze mode, it's going to take roughly about 1 hour to 1.5 hours to get to a slushy consistency, where you'll be able to start serving the items. At this point in time, you won't want to put alcohol in until it starts slushing, so we'll go over that here once it starts to slush up. At this point in time, you can start enjoying some of the mix. If you were wanting to add alcohol, this would be the time to do it. We usually recommend just to actually measure out a shot at a time and float it over the top of the individual beverage. That way everybody has a chance to enjoy stuff if there's people that are non-alcoholic drinkers. So just pull the lever forward towards yourself and let it release it and enjoy. If the consistency gets any thicker, you might have to alternate from freeze mode and do refrigerate mode. And that'll thin the consistency down a little bit easier to where it'll pour out the spout. At that same time, if it gets too thin, you might have to go back and alternate to freeze mode. So you kind of have to play with that as people are drinking it. Once you're done using the Margarita Machine, if there's any material left in there, at this point in time you would shut the machine down, turning all the switches off. I usually would take, this won't be able to support the whole weight of the bucket, so we'll take this off like this. We like to finish off with just using a little bit of warm water to just flush out the tank before you bring it back to us. And put a little water in here. Turn the machine back on just for a second with the mixing auger and just kind of let it mix around for a second. Shut it back off. And once you've rinsed out the tank, that's all you have to do. We don't ask you to clean it any further than that. So you can just bring it back to us. We test and clean them after every use. That's how you make margaritas.